Attention in the pits, attention in the pits. I am looking for a 100 PSI dome sensor for that blue Chevelle in the hot rod category, I believe, right? Oh, Pro Street, that's right, that's right. What's your name? Brian Keeling. If you have a 100 PSI dome sensor, transducer thing, if you can get that to Brian Keeling, the blue 67, right, Chevelle? Or if you don't know where he's pitted, run that by the struggle bus and we will get it over to you. A 100 PSI dome sensor we're looking for Brian Keeling with the 67 Chevelle. Again, if you don't know where he's pitted, run it by the struggle bus and we will get it over to him. Also, I have a racer looking for a Rule 2000 bilge pump. Of course, 12 volt. So if anybody has a Rule 2000 bilge pump, that's 12 volt. If you could run that by the Race Week struggle bus, and we will get it to the racer that needs it. Again, if you have a Rule 2000 bilge pump, if you can get that by the struggle bus and see Miss June Allison down there, we will get that to the racer that needs it. So we are checking out that racetrack real quick. I got a call from Christopher Atkinson with his CTSV wagon, and he said he got a little wiggle out of that right lane, so we are checking that out and giving it a quick drag up there at that top end. Well, I've got a little bit of downtime. Let me just do another read of all of our sponsors. And guys, we can't do this without the money from our sponsors. These people are the real ones, and we support who supports us always. That's the Race Week and Mega Week way. So everyone that I read off on this, has put in money for everything that's happened this week. So when you are looking for parts, when you are looking for services, look to these people first, because it absolutely, 100%, no shit matters. I promise you. And when you do, please, please, please let them know that you heard about them from Megaweek and from Rocky Mountain Race Week. 918 Motorsports, Full Ride Performance Tuning, War Performance, Valley Homes, Tuned by JP, TPD, Summit Racing Equipment, ShirtWorksRacewear.com, Cypher Specialties, Rusty Nuts Media, Rocky Mountain Plumbing and Hydro Heat, Quick Performance, Pittsburgh State University School of Automotive Technology, where you can get a bachelor's degree in automotive technology. Where else can you say that you got a bachelor's degree in cars? That place is great. Norex Engineering, Moody's Performance, Mel Hambleton Racing, which was our stop yesterday, and that was awesome. Aeromotive, Bankshift.com, the hardest working dudes in motorsports, bringing you that free live stream, brought to you by Summit Racing Equipment. The Bankshift Billy, Brian Tooley Racing, Bubba Ginn Racing Transmissions. He's rebuilt like 10 transmissions in 2 days. That dude's a gangster. C&G Signs, Certified Performance and Auto Repair, Circle D Specialties, Cornerstone Performance Transmissions, Crowler Valve Train, Disorganized Grime, Edge Welding Supply, Force Performance Turbochargers, the Havlicks FSC Shootout. I'll be on the mic for that with the venerable Al Tucci. Thanks so much to the Havlicks for coming back on board, for helping with Megaweek. The High Speed Media Company. These are the guys that do all of our social media and the website. Juggernaut Welding and Fab, you know Michael's down there doing the thing. Michael Schoonover, he is a vet as well, so I'm going to crack one to him. Bam. Leading Edge Technology Partners, Mahle Motorsport, and Marceau Racing. Every single one of those people have put their money where their mouth is and have put some money on Megaweek. And again, support those that support you. It absolutely 100% matters. I guarantee you. And again, when you are doing that, please mention that you heard about them from Adam Berry or Chad Reynolds here on Megaweek, and thank them so much for supporting racing that you like. Because again, this is a family atmosphere. Those companies choose to put some of their profits back in this race. And I promise you, this race would not exist without all those people. Don't forget again, our title sponsor, Motion Raceworks, our presenting sponsor, Sick the Magazine, and of course, all of the people that have been behind Rocky Mountain Race Week since day number one. And of course, I'm talking Matt and June, all the ladies over there in the struggle bus that get to look at your stupid checkpoint photos with your nipples hanging out and your butt hanging out. They're doing it to it out there. And there's June, who gets to see my butt cheeks about every day. Attention to the pits, Brian Keeling. Brian Keeling, we have your dome sensor. It is at the struggle bus. See Miss June Allison for your dome sensor. We have that at the struggle bus. Go see Miss June Allison. She will get you rocking and rolling. Put it on that car, and then we will call you up very soon in that Pro Street class. You're coming up very, very soon. Again, if you don't make that call right away, work as quick as you can and come down whenever you can. we will get you that final pass after you get that dome sensor fixed. Because that's how we roll here. We want you to race. We want you to go fast. We want you to have fun here. We are not looking for you to fail. We are looking for you to succeed and to kick ass out here on Megaweek. I am looking for an LSX passenger side head gasket, 4.1 or 4.125 bore with a 52 thousandths thickness or thereabouts. If you have a passenger side head gasket, 4.1 or 4.125 in a 52 thousandths-ish thickness, if you could run that by the struggle bus. Again, we're still looking for that rule pump. Rule 2000 bilge pump, 12 volt, and an LSX passenger side head gasket, 4.1 or 4.125 bore, around 52 thousandths thick. If you got one of those, we can run that by the struggle bus, and we will get that over to the racer that needs it. All right, we are back in business here. Did a little bit of dragging there at the top end of the track. Man, Jason Schaefer's up here making me sign his rubber chicken, and that's not what you think. Okay, again, NA small block 5 and 6, NA big block 3 and 4, stick shift 7 and 8. Let's get Outlaw Street. Outlaw Street, come on down 5 and 6. Again, 9 is for 0 run cars, and we're going to have that open until we're done here. We're not getting very many takers, so we are going to go until we have empty staging lanes or until we hit 10 o'clock, whichever comes first. Dale Gebhardt goes 11:04 on his final pass. And a 12:49. Here's Bo Denny in the right lane. Spinning the tires there in the left lane from Bo Denny. 12:68 in the right lane. The C6 is Josh Rahm. He goes 11:02 on his final pass, and he'll love that. Bring up the CTSV Coupe. That's Mark Derryberry, the 15 model CTSV Coupe. He's been in the high 10-second range. His first pass of the evening. They've been working on this thing all night. Let's get Outlaw Street. Outlaw Street, come on down 5 and 6. Limited Street, come on down 3 and 4. And Pro Street, come on down 7 and 8. Again, Outlaw Street 5 and 6. Limited Street 3 and 4. Pro Street 7 and 8. If you are looking for that head gasket, I have a 4.1 bore 60 thousandths 5-layer gasket heading over to the struggle bus from Jeremy Kroger. So if you were looking for that head gasket, I have a 4.1 bore 60 thousandths gasket heading over to the struggle bus from Jeremy Kroger right now. One of our stick shift rides here. That's Bradley McGrew. Oh, and he'll have some issues there in first gear. He'll try to make it up. This thing should be in the high 10-second range. He goes 11:59 after knocking the tire. Once again, Outlaw Street 5 and 6, Limited Street 3 and 4, Pro Street 7 and 8. Let's get Gasser to 5 and 6. Gasser, come on down 5 and 6. About 20 minutes of playtime left. Here's Levi Holt in the left lane. He's next to Robert Voss, the 51 Ford. A 1087 for Robert Voss and a 1218 for that big block powered Maverick. He did run a 12:13 at Flying H with that ride. Here's James Revels back, the 07 Honda Magna. Let's get Tailgate. Tailgate, come on down 3 and 4. Tailgate, come on down 3 and 4. And 12-0. 12-0, come on down 7 and 8. Revels is getting the high 14-second range on the Magna. And it'll go 15:01 at 86. Once again, Gasser, you should be in 5 and 6. Tailgate 3 and 4. 12-0, come on down 7 and 8. Again, Outlaw Street 5 and 6, Limited Street 3 and 4, Pro Street 7 and 8, Gasser 5 and 6, Tailgate 3 and 4, 12-0, 7 and 8. For your final pass here at Thundery Valley Raceway Park. Here, Megaweek, Group B, race day number 3. We're at Ennis, Texas tomorrow, all day long. And we'll be back at Tulsa on Friday. Awards on Friday. Big party. A food truck. All sorts of good stuff. And then Saturday, the shootout. We heads up race the quickest 64 cars out of both classes. Everybody else in one gigantic bracket race. About 480 cars strong. Again, Pro Street 7 and 8, Gasser 5 and 6, Tailgate 3 and 4, 12-0, 7 and 8. For your final pass here at Thundery Valley Raceway Park. Wes down there packing up the bang shift truck. The hardest working dudes in motorsports right there. They have to be the first people here, and they have to be the last people to leave. Throwing a last second spray on this racetrack, so we are set for the remainder of the evening. We will run through the final bit of our classes here, and then we will call it a night. We start again 7 a.m. tomorrow morning at Texas Motorplex. And then we'll be back 7 a.m. on Saturday for that shootout. We'll do a couple of rounds of the bracket race first and get that whittled down, because we're going to be like 15 rounds roughly with 480 cars. So we'll run a handful of those rounds out first. And about noontime, we'll start running through those heads-up cars. We'll be working all of those numbers at the end of tomorrow, and we'll bring you all of those rides, and we'll let everyone know who's going to be in that when we get the awards rolling. So you'll know if you're going to be in the shootout Friday, if you're going to be the heads up, or if you're going to be in the bracket race. Again, the quickest 64 cars out of both classes. And it's not going to be an even 32 and 32. It's just whoever's quickest out of both classes. And that's quickest individual pass, not average. That way you could have a bad day, but still come out in the shootout and have a chance to earn yourself some money. On top of that, the FAF, the fastest 16, racing for $15,000 in green cash money. Woo! So again, tailgate 3 and 4, 12-0, 7 and 8. Let's just do it. 13-0, 5 and 6, 14-0, 3 and 4, and Junior Street. Come on down to 1. Let's get all the remainder of our classes down there and fill up these lanes. Again, tailgate 3 and 4, 12-0, 7 and 8, 13-0, 5 and 6, 14-0, 3 and 4, Junior Street 1, and forever hold on peace. So again, the bottom half of our field here, we are going to get you in the lanes and we're going to run you out. Pro Street 7 and 8, Gasser 5 and 6, tailgate you should be in 3 and 4, 12-0, 7 and 8, 13-0, 5 and 6, 14-0, 3 and 4, and Junior Street come on down to 1. Here's Seth Studenberg. Studenberg, the 2020 GTR. In the limited street category, has turned in 883 and 891. And again, racers, we do need your taillights on the rest of the evening. We know you have them. We checked them. Second place in the category with an 887. Chasing Michael Austin with the 05 Corvette with an 881. So here we go. Daryl Yost, the 69 Chevelle in the left lane. The second place ride in Pro Street. His average right now 863 after a pair of 863s. 863.9, 863.7 out of Baymont, Colorado. Lined up next to Brad Francis with the 89 Fox body. Both rides are in. Here comes the yellows, and they're gone. Yost will knock the tire. And he'll go 925. 1087, 101. Bill Cash went 1087 at only 101. So we are going to be running the left lane only. Left lane only. So here's Bill Cash, the F-150. Bill Cash in the tailgate category, looking for a 1569. And it goes 75. Benny Geisbright in the left lane. And we're only going to be running the left lane the rest of the night. Geisbright Silverado, looking for an 1121. $11.29, 126. Looking for that 11.21. Roberto Lewin Lowen, the 86 Ford, looking for a 1704. That's good. And he'll go 1646 and break out by almost a half a second. Here's Jeff Short, his 94 OBS truck. He's looking for a 1205. He'll light the scoreboard with 1203, breaks out by 2. Brian Brown right now, the BMW X5, your leader in the 13.0 category. His average right now, you ready for this after 2 days? 13.00 with a 5. He went 0-0 with an 8 and 0-0 with a 2 with the X5. Looking to put it on the number again, 13.00. At the stripe. Nope, 13.30. Here's Cesar Campos, the 5th gen Camaro in the 12.0 category. He's turned in a 12.14 and a 12.19, looking for a 12 flat. Martin Ranker up here going, all right, I'm happy that that BMW didn't run a 13 flat, because he is chasing that BMW with his 65 Mustang Shelby clone. Campos looking for that 12 flat. He goes 18 at 113. That'll bring up that C5. Brighton Hickson, the 02 Corvette. He's run 13.19 and 13.57, looking for a 13 flat for that C5 Corvette. For a 13 flat for that C5 Corvette. 25 will be no help. Another OBS truck coming at you. Ethan DeFalco in the 14.0 category, turned in a 14.14 and a 14.05. DeFalco goes 14.13, looking for that 14 flat. That'll be no help. Billy Leach, the 01 Mustang, the new Edge car. Banging the gears in the Mustang, goes 14.15 at 98. Also just heard from June, there's a lot of hot dogs left. If you want to come down and get a hot dog, grab them because we're going to throw them out otherwise. That's available at the stroller bus. You can bring them home. Shoot, get yourself some pocket dogs. A past winner in the 14-0 category. This is Dale Farley, the front wheel drive stick shift Focus. Banging the gear at the stripe. 1460, no help. F-150 pulling up. That's Andy Bean with the 95 model in the tailgate class, looking for a 1317. He's 870 in the 8th mile, and he goes 1369. Here's Joey Moore, the 69 Camaro. In the 12-0 category, he's been 1268 and 1230. Staging lanes are closed. Staging lanes are closed. If you're not in the staging lanes right now, turn it back around. Pack it up. 1248 at 112. Again, staging lanes are closed. Once we run out these handful of cars, we get to go home and have parking lot beers. Hot dogs and beers. You can have pocket dogs and as many beers as you can fit in your pockets too. I don't care. Giddy up. $14.07 at 90 miles an hour, and that brings up Stevie Dory. That's my wife, that's my Cadillac, the stick shift Cadillac CTSV first gen, looking for a 14 flat. Oh, she missed third. I think I heard it just rev high in third. And she'll just roll on down and go 1776 at 60 miles an hour. That'll happen. And our final car, the junior streeter of Bella Holt, the blonde girl, they call her. Bella is looking for a 9:16 in the 8th mile. And she goes 9:20. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Megaweek, Matt Frost, June Allison, everybody at Bang Shift, all the folks out here at Thundery Valley Raceway Park, all of our sponsors, Aeromotive, Bankshift.com, Bankshift Billy, Brian Tooley Racing, Bubba Ginn Racing Transmission, C&G Science, Certified Performance and Auto Repair, Circle D Specialties, Cornerstone Performance Transmissions, Crower, Disorganized Grind, Edge Welding Supply, Force Performance Turbochargers, Havlic's FSC Shootout, High Speed Media, Juggernaut Welding and Fab, Leading Edge Technology Partners, Molly Motorsports, Marceau Racing, 918 Motorsports, Full Ride Performance Tuning, War Performance, Valley Homes, Tuned by JP, TPD, Summit Racing Equipment, ShirtWorksRacewear.com, Cypher Specialties, Rusty Nuts Media, Rocky Mountain Plumbing and Hydro Heat, Quick Performance, Pittsburgh State University School of Automotive Technology, Norex Engineering, Moody's Performance, and Mel Hamilton Racing. I'm Adam Dory, the airborne announcer. And ladies and gentlemen, day number 3 of Mega Week, we are done.